good idea to, with our new Bibles, to go over the questions that's in the front of it, those first 20 lessons, starting with the first one. Who is God?
Daddy, I think we already know God's name. Jehovah?
Well, that's true, Dominique. We know you know his name, but do you know why it's important to know his name?
That's easy. It's because, well, Jehovah is, yeah, I've got nothing.
Well, that's okay. Not only will this lesson help us to understand why we need to know what God's name, but also how powerful our Creator is. Isabella, do you remember that night when you cried and you had a bad dream and you couldn't go back to sleep? What did I ask you to do?
You asked me to pray.
That's right. Did it help you sleep?
Yeah, it did.
Well, I see also here in the lesson, it says for us to look at Romans 10:13, and that actually tells you why that helped you when you prayed.
Yes, it does, honey. How about, Dominique, won't you read that for us? Romans chapter 10, verse 13.
For everyone who calls on the name of Jehovah will be saved.
Yes, thank you. So, Isabella, what does that scripture tell you?
That Jehovah will save everyone who calls on his name.
That's right. But you know what? There's more reason why we need to know who Jehovah is. There are people who just, all over the world, who do not believe that there is a God.
Well, you know, Dominique, don't you remember your teacher that one day at school was teaching you about where we came from?
Well, yeah. She said we came from apes.
That's right. And does anybody remember what that teaching's called?
Yeah, it's called evolution.
Correct. But you know what? In this lesson here, it points to us to a scripture that helps us to see is if that teaching is really true. Let's ask Mommy to read that. That's Hebrews chapter 3, verse 4.
Okay. It says, of course, every house is constructed by someone, but the one constructed all things is God.
So I'm going to ask you both a question. Dominique, what do you think that scripture tells you?
That Jehovah created everything.
And Isabella, what about you?
Well, according to my calculations, you think this one scripture proves evolution is wrong.
That's right. And you know there's another scripture in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 26, that shows not only did Jehovah create everything we see here on earth, but something else that is truly amazing. Let's take a look at that together in Isaiah 40, verse 26. And I'll read that one. It says, "Lift up your eyes to the heavens and see who has created these things. It is the one who brings out the army by number. He calls them all by name. Because of his vast dynamic energy and his awe-inspiring power, not one of them is missing." So Isabella, what is that scripture talking about?
It's talking about the stars.
So Dominique, what's so special about Jehovah's power for the stars?
Jehovah counts them all, and not one of them will be missing.
That's correct. So Isabella, do you think you could count the stars?
I could try, but I have a hard enough time keeping up with my clothes, so I'd say no.
This is true. So, see, these scriptures really show why it's important to know who Jehovah is, and that is all-powerful Creator. I'm going to ask you both one question. What is it about Jehovah's power that you like?
My favorite one is that he'll save you. He'll save anyone who calls on his name.
Dominique?
My favorite is he created everything that we can and cannot see.
Very good, guys. Let's continue with our study.